Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken was a different experience than what other animes have to offer. It delves into the topic of animation like no other show has. Sure, there are some animes that are about animators or artists, but they really don't touch on the topic of their work very much. Eizouken is special because the show is all about the art and craft of animation. In other words, it's a love letter to animation. Animation is a very unique way of telling a story, possibly the most unique, as well as being the least appreciated. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken is a 2D animated show about 2D animation. Every episode gives you something new to look at about the process of animating. You see Asakusa, Kanamori, and Mizusaki struggle to make multiple shorts for their film club. The student council and the teachers at their school constantly tell them what not to do. They also have to work with other clubs so that they can work on backgrounds, music, sounds, etc. This resembles what a real studio has to go through every time they work on a film. People telling you what to do or not to do while juggling what other people have worked on to contribute to your work and make sure everyone is on the same page. Sometimes these characters have to cut a lot from their original plan because the workload is either too much or there were complications and now they have to trim some of the content off. We see this in movies, shows, and games all the time. Eizouken shows all of this in a fun and entertaining way without you realizing that you're learning about the industry. The show also teaches us about animation through the characters, who all have a different story and view of animation. We see Asakusa in the beginning of the first episode when she moves to a new town with weird buildings and infrastructure. Her imagination runs wild, and she starts to sketch the town. We later see her watching an animated movie by herself and for the first time finding her passion. By watching this Ghibli-esque movie, a spark goes off in her and she knows exactly what she wants to do for the rest of her life. Asakusa specializes in world building. We as an audience constantly see her creating worlds, gadgets, and scenarios. The rough animations accompanied with a watercolored look gives it a fantastical and dreamlike look into the mind of Asakusa. Mizusaki is a well-known model and an up-and-coming actress. While she doesn't seem to mind modeling, her true passion is animation. However, her parents don't seem to agree that she should pursue that as a career and instead focuses on modeling and acting since her mother and father are both actors. Her focus when either drawing or animating is movement. How does something move? Why does it move that way? How can the movement flow better? We see her as a child become interested in movement from her grandmother. We see her empty a cup of tea by swishing it around and then flinging it to the side. This catches Mizusaki's attention. Later, when she's in a modeling class, she studies how to get up from a chair easily and teaches her grandmother to stand up with little effort. These backstories really show why these characters focus on what they do, which is also the case for everyone's favorite character, Kanamori. Kanamori has no interest in animation. She pretty much plays as the role of a producer. She handles the money, makes sure no one is going over budget, handles all the deals between the clubs, and makes sure that Asakusa's stories make sense and are sensible to make within a certain time frame. She's a master of arguments and always thinks of how to make a profit for the club. As a child, her parents owned a small convenience store that she would work at daily to earn money. She eventually finds out that the store would close down due to the lack of customers. This drives her to earn as much money as possible and to help keep the film club up and running. Kanamori's character shows how important it is to promote, manage, and profit off of your work. I love the art of animation. It's been a passion of mine for a long time. Watching a show that shares your passion as well is wonderful. It shows that you're not the only one that cares about animation. Every time I watch an episode of Eizouken, it gave me inspiration to be creative. You can tell the people behind this show also cares deeply about it as well. They even showed fan art of the characters after their credits. I've never seen any other anime do that, and it's so cool. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken has easily become one of my favorite animes of all time.